Good morning. Namaste. And the mind has two ways of working. It can either sit there and worry and think and be rational, or it can turn its attention to the deeper awareness and the silence and the vibration without having to follow everything that is vibrating and moving, which is basically everything that we are seeing and experiencing is stuff that is, of course, unfolding from the deepest source. The thing we don't have to do is follow it. We can go into the space between the breaths. We can go in the space between the thoughts. If you don't have the intention expressed as a wish, nothing much is going to happen, because you'll be much more likely to be just thinking. So the wish is very important, and after a while the wish kind of is there and happens almost automatically. But if you feel yourself drifting away from the result of your practice, and you start to get these thoughts of, well, nothing much is happening or whatever, then you have to consciously dig more for that wish to really become a strong vibration in you. So it's that wish coupled with the surrender. Those are the two wings of a bird, if you want to think of it that way. And if you don't have a wish, you'll never get off the ground. But if you don't have surrender, and one wing is flapping, you'll go around in circles forever. We can almost think of it as a spiraling,
yes,
going upward. You come back to places you've been and say, oh, how do I get back into that? And then you say, well, I have gained some transcendence and I know how to do it, and then you can more easily use that wish and the surrender to get higher still. And it's very powerful, and it also means that we have to be careful what we ask for. And I think that the wish to grow is really a very clever formulation, because if you sit and you say, well, I wish to get a better job, I wish to get this, I wish to be smarter, I wish to be, whatever you wish for, there's a dark side to it. But I wish to grow is a win-win. You cannot lose. If you have a lot of difficulty in your life, well, then you wish for that to teach you and to be material to rise with. If you have a very easy life and everything, you got all the money you need, and you have beautiful family, you have all the things you think you want, and maybe not so much tension. And if you don't then dig deeply enough that you build an inner mechanism that can take it when the big winds come, then you will sooner or later hit the wall. And anything can be a prison. And so, if you like to live in a prison full of money and good stuff or whatever it is you want, then nothing lasts forever. And the dark side of that will come out sooner or later. It's important to be clear inside about, why the hell am I doing this? It's not all that much fun every day to sit down. Of course, over time you realize that when you don't do it, some tensions build up and it's not pleasant. But it does take a certain discipline of perseverance to sit down. When I first started, I had all kinds of thoughts in my brain about, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that. So to sit for 20 minutes was really very challenging. But as you mentioned, when you get to that place where you bang your head on the ground and say, gee, help me, this can't be all there is, there must be something deeper. And then when you start to practice from that place, then you've sort of, in one sense, lost it all on some level. and you're really asking for help, if you don't ask for help, the help will never come. So I think that's a necessary thing. And some days you sit down on the pillow and you know, oh, I'm already there. I'm ready to really go deeply into the, what they call, I've mentioned to you in the text, the pole breathing. Sometimes it's also called the friction breathing. And the idea is that there is a, in the old days in India and everywhere, I guess, in the world, they made fire by rubbing two sticks together. And this breathing of focusing down the front, up the back, creates a kind of friction between your individual self and the universal self. And it sparks heat inside. And from that, it flows very naturally doing the double breathing exercise, because the double breathing, you are trying to really feed that fire with all your tensions. So then you can consciously, instead of thinking about them, oh gee, how am I going to deal with this, what am I going to do with that, just take it all there and put it on in your heart. And you say, okay, please, just melt and be energy, flow. And that works amazingly well.